So for today's video, I'm going to be going into how to tell time in Spanish, and in the video I'll also give some practice questions relating to time, and yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go into how to tell time in Spanish, and it's actually pretty easy once you get the hang of using the formula that I'm about to give you. So first, the very easy way to tell time is that if you're trying to indicate that it's 1 o'clock, you say es la una. If you're trying to say 2 to 12, it's then son las. So for example, if the time is 4, you would say son las cuatro. So all you have to remember for just the basic on the dot hour, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, for 1 o'clock it's es la una, and then for 2 o'clock to 12 o'clock it's son las and then the number. So son las dos, son las tres, son las cuatro, son las cinco, and on. So as we mentioned before, 4 o'clock, just on the dot, is son las cuatro. So 4:25 is the same thing. You keep the son las cuatro to indicate the hour, but then you also have to add another part to indicate the minutes. So first it would be son las cuatro, but then you add y 25 for the minutes. So if you're trying to say 4:25, it's son las cuatro, as that indicates the hour, and y 25 indicates the 25 minutes. Something to note is that if you're trying to say 4:30 to 30, you don't say y 30, but instead you say y media. And then if you're trying to say something 15 for the time, you say y cuarto. And that's just because when you're saying like 30, it's like the middle of the day, and cuarto is like the quarter of the day. So that's why if you're trying to say anything 30, it's y media, and anything 15 is y cuarto. So going back to our 4 o'clock example, if we're trying to say it's 4:30, that would be son las cuatro, indicating the hour, and then y media, because that's how you say 4:30. And then if it was 4:15, it would still be the son las cuatro, but then it would be y cuarto. I know it's like very similar wording, but cuatro is for the 4, and then cuarto is for the 15. So whenever you're doing the son las part, that fits for the hour of the day, and then the e, the and then what comes after the number indicates the minutes. So an overview is that if you're trying to say it's 1 o'clock, you always start with es la una, and then if you're trying to say a specific time, like 1:15, it would be es la una y cuarto, as that is a specific case. If you're trying to say 1:17, then it would be es la una y 17, because the e, and then you follow the number of minutes. But if you were trying to say an hour between 2 and 12, or including 2 and 12, you would say son las dos, and then you'd say y if you were trying to do a certain number. So if you're trying to say 2:30, it'd be son las dos y media, as that is a specific case. But if you're trying to say 2:36, it'd be son las dos y 36, as that fits the number of minutes, 36. Also, if you're trying to say the certain time of day, This is the vocab you have to remember. So if you're trying to say 4 p.m., then it would be son las 4 de la tarde, because that's in the afternoon. But if you're trying to say 4 a.m., it would be son las 4 de la mañana. And then I also included an image of important vocabulary, which is to say if it's something 15, it's cuarto, and if it's something 30, you use y media. So here is some practice, and I want you to translate these times into Spanish. So for 7:30, what would the time be? Like, how would you say that in Spanish? So pause the video and try to translate these, and I'll put the answers right now. Here are the answers for the practice. So 7:30 would be son las 7:30, and then remember it's y media because it's 30. So 7:30, son las 7:30. 8:15 would be son las 8:15, and then it's cuarto, y cuarto, because it's 15. 6:25 would be son las 6:25. 1:10 would be es la 1:10, because the es la 1 indicates the 1 o'clock, and the y10 is the minutes, and that formula is for all of the answers. And then 10 p.m. is son las 10, but to indicate the p.m. it's de la noche. And then 11:11 a.m. is son las 11:11 de la mañana, of the morning. So in general, the biggest thing to remember is es la 1 for anything regarding 1 o'clock. And then son las 2 through 12. So son las 2, son las 3, etc. And then also remembering de la mañana is of the morning, de la tarde is of the afternoon, de la noche is of the night. And then also remembering anything with 30 minutes is y media. And then anything with 15 minutes is y cuarto. So I really hope this video helped you figure out how to tell time in Spanish. And if not, please let us know. Leave comments and questions down below. Thank you so much, and I hope you liked the video.